Clinton is nestled in the hills of Hunterdon County. It is the quintessential American small town that has brought movie producers and visitors here for years.
According to the latest census, we have about 2,717 residents in the town of Clinton, and it's only about 1.4 square miles in size.
A charming historic shopping area, cherry tree-lined streets, and a river meandering through it makes Clinton a picture-perfect hamlet.
This was a small town, and it has changed considerably over the years in many ways, but in many ways it has stayed the same.
Perhaps no symbol of western New Jersey is better known than the landmark Red Mill. Located just below the confluence of Spruce Run and the south branch of the Raritan, on the west end of Main Street, the mill and its surroundings have played host to a succession of industries and activities spawned by the region's remarkably rich agriculture.
The area was a farming area, so of course the farmers had to bring their grain in to be ground. So here were the two grist mills.
The Red Mill was built about 1812 to process wool. All through the next 100 years, the structure would be expanded and altered to accommodate different endeavors. The enterprises included grist milling, plaster and talc grinding, graphite processing, and peach basket production.
Most of the wool mills in the area switched over to being grist mills. And this mill did that in the 1830s. And you can see here behind me that there are several grist stones that would have been used to grind the grain for the farmers. This mill was built to channel the power of the Raritan River, and through that power it was able to grind all the grain for farmers for miles around.
In 1960, 5 visionary businessmen, just old enough to remember the days of mills, horses and such, purchased the distinctive structure, gave it a new coat of red paint, and started the Clinton Historical Museum.
Well, we have 40,000 artifacts. Most of them are in the various historic buildings, and all of them work with the buildings to help us tell the story of 200 years of history here in Hunterdon County.
In the 1970s, a one-room schoolhouse from Alexandria Township was moved to the site, as well as 2 long wagon sheds from local churches.
One of my favorite things about this one-room schoolhouse is the sandbox. I've been in a lot of one-room schoolhouses, but they don't usually have this. What the teacher would do is they would have the student come up and tell them to spell the word cat. And they'd spell the word cat. She'd check their work, erase it, and have the next student come up to spell the same word so they couldn't see what the other student was doing.
The museum sites are connected by a picturesque iron bridge constructed in 1870. At the east end of the bridge, just beyond the Art Center, is the old downtown business district.
It's a great little town with wonderful little stores, boutiques, wonderful people. As a matter of fact, we have over a dozen people who have been here in business for over 30 years. Unlike many communities, Clinton has not only preserved its Victorian atmosphere, but enhanced it with an unmistakable elegance that is neither heavy-handed nor exclusionary. The town still maintains a rural, even casual air that visitors seem to find refreshing.
We are a small town. People tend to know one another. People tend to be familiar with one another. It's something that doesn't really exist anymore, but yet it exists here. Kind of a brigadoon feeling, if you will.
While many of Clinton's establishments cater to a more sophisticated audience than the Victorians, the storefronts and signs proudly maintain a traditional character, clearly reflecting the local merchants' pride in being part of a very special place.
So we have a wonderful community spirit here. The stores are great. They're all individual and they're wonderful. The merchants are happy to have people coming by whenever. So it's just a great little town.
Oh, it is. It's wonderful. It's so unique. You can't find this stuff in a mall.
Museum, history, art, good places to eat, antique shops, all good places to like.
I think it has to do with the fact that we have this beautifully preserved town center in Clinton, our wonderful education system. We have good bus transportation into the city, and of course, when Interstate 78 was fully completed and opened up out to this area, that just drove a whole new population out to Clinton and Hunterdon County.